French 2,000 guineas, and the only French trained runner in the field, Richard Hughes, rides. Number 2 is Coming Again, who's saddled by Barry Hills, and this will be his 38th runner in the Derby. He's yet to win it. He's had 4 seconds. His son Michael takes the ride on this rank outsider. Number 3 is Al Shadi. He's won 2 of his 3 starts last year. He's a live outsider and a first Derby ride for Martin Dwyer. Number 4 is Gatwick, supplemented for the race at a cost of £75,000, owned by a partnership of 12, including Sir Alex Ferguson. Richard Quinn having his 15th Derby ride. 5 is Hazy View, who's another supplementary entry for the race. Eddie Ahern rides this one, his 2nd ride in the big race, and Neville Callahan saddling his 3rd runner. Number 6 is Let the Lion Roar, ridden by Mick Cannan. He's pretty experienced around Epsom. This horse was 3rd in the Dante Stakes at York and wearing a visor for the first time. 7 is Massive Central, aptly named. He's a massive horse. He's trained by David Ellsworth and ridden by Dane O'Neill. 8 is Meath, who ends up being the only representative for Ireland. But that was after the defection of Yates, the anti-post favourite, earlier in the week. Jamie Spencer and Aidan O'Brien combined. 9 is North Light, the mount of Kieren Fallon. He's an Epsom specialist, Kieren, and this is the winner of the Dante Stakes and the new favourite of the race. Number 10 is Percussionist in the famous Robert Sangster colours. John Gosden trains this one, and Kevin Darley will be in the saddle. 11 is Pucker, who won 2 handicaps on his way to Epsom. Darrell Holland will be taking the ride, and Luca Kamani thinks he's a bit better than handicap class. 12 is Rule of Law, one of 2 Godolphin runners in the race, and ridden by the Australian Kieren McAvoy, who's having his first Derby ride, of course. Number 13, Salford City, in the colours of Michael Tabor, the winner of the Greenham Stakes at Newbury, 6th in the 2,000 guineas. High hopes for him today. Another David Ellsworth runner. And 14 is Snow Ridge, the first runner for Godolphin. And Frankie Dettori, 11 rides. He's never won the big race. Can he do it today?
3-1 favourite, Snow Ridge at 7-2. American Post is 8-1, with Percussionist also at 8-1. Salford City is also 8-1, with Pucker at 12-1. Let the Lion Roar is 14-1, with Rule of the Law at 16-1. It's 20-1 and upwards, bar those.
Set. Racing in the Derby. Pretty good start too. Hazy View is going to be one of the early leaders. American Post is vying for an early position, and Meath is now crossing over to take it up early for Ireland. Then in 4th position as they settle is North Light, who's right up there. So too is Percussionist, and Let the Lion Roar behind them from Pucker, as they're all the time climbing under the trees now, turning very sharply right. Now they veer left over to the far side of the course. The leader is Meath by a couple of lengths to Hazy View, and North Light has got up into a handy posse, and so too has Percussionist. Just behind them is Let the Lion Roar, and American Post is handy on the outside. Back in centre field, the Gamble Pucker. Then on the outside is Gatwick as they settle. Back in the field too on the inside, Frankie Dettori on Snow Ridge. Al Shadi is well back. Massive Central is wide. They're followed by Rule of Law with a white cap, and Salford City is at the back of the field. They've gone the best part of 3.5 furlongs, and Meath is the leader from North Light, who's handy. 2 lengths away in 3rd is Hazy View. Percussionist has had a good run up in 4th. Let the Lion Roar is there, just preceded by American Post. Then out wider is Pucker. They're followed by Gatwick, and then Coming Again as they start to run downhill now. Further back in the field, Frankie on the inside here on Snow Ridge from Al Shadi, then Salford City, and at the rear of the field now is Kieren McAvoy on Rule of Law. They start to run downhill, less than 6 furlongs to race in the Derby, and the leader on the inside is Meath. By half a length, the North Light has been there throughout. A length and a half then to in 3rd Hazy View from American Post, who's beautifully poised. Further back is Pucker, who's right up there as well. Then Percussionist being hard ridden. Further back in the field then is Gatwick, and here comes Frankie on the outside on Snow Ridge. Then followed by Salford City, and well back in the field then is Coming Again, but heads a turn for home in the Derby, and North Light moves up to grab the lead from Meath. Here's American Post on the outside from Hazy View. Pucker right down the outside, then Gatwick Percussionist. There's Frankie on the outside on Snow Ridge, but it's Kieren, Fallon in front on North Light, the far side at the 2. American Post is coming at him. They're followed by Hazy View. Right down the outside now is Frankie on Snow Ridge and Salford City Rule of Law, but it's North Light who strikes for home with a furlong to go. He's 2 in front of American Post Percussionist. Salford City trying hard to wear him down, but this horse is lengthening well. North Light 2 or 3 in front, flying at the death is Rule of Law, but the winner of the Derby is North Light. Second Rule of Law, tight third, Let the Lion Roar and Percussionist. A gap then back in the field, Salford City, American Post, then Hazy View, followed then by Pucker. Well back was Frankie on Snow Ridge. Some of the last runners are El Shadi in company with Coming Again and Meath. Meath has got the Derby. I should say North Light has got the Derby. I beg your pardon. North Light has won the Derby. Meath has finished last. It's close second. There in the centre, it's Rule of Law. On the near side, Let the Lion Roar. Might have got third, just ahead of Percussionist the far side. Then in fifth is Salford City. In sixth is American Post. In seventh, Frankie on Snow Ridge. Eludes him again. In eighth, Hazy View. In ninth is Pucker. In
second, number 12, Rule of Law at 20-1. And third, number 6, Let the Lion Roar at 14-1. North Light, the 7-2 joint favourite, wins for Kieren Fallon, wins for so many punters. And what a result that was, the 1-2-3 from the